National Trust buys Lake District Hill, revered by Turner for its views. UK News: The Guardian. Brackenthwaite House's first site bought by charity specifically for its panorama. Brackenthwaite House's first site bought by charity specifically for its panorama. It is known for its stately homes and country mansions and its bank-breaking car parks. Now the panorama from Brackenthwaite House was painted by J.M.W. Turner in his 1797 watercolor Crummock Water, looking towards Buttermere, and offers splendid 360-degree views across the northwestern lakes. It was spotted by It is the first time in recent memory that the National Trust has bought a site specifically for its vista, according to a spokeswoman. Also known as Lanthwaite Hill, the viewpoint was a popular stop in the Georgian and Victorian era but fell out of fashion. It has now the landowners of the 77-acre site have sold it to the National Trust so that it can be enjoyed by everyone forever. The trust paid £202,000 for the land from 3 different owners, one of which the Hill family, who used to live in the area, decided to give their share back to the charity. Ruth and David Hill said, "We have owned and cared for a share of Brackenthwaite House since 1990. During that time, we always wanted the National Trust to look after the property as we felt they would be the best possible custodian of its heritage. We are pleased we would encourage others to consider the wider benefits of giving such properties to be cared for on behalf of the nation, so the natural beauty can be preserved." Since the 18th century, Brackenthwaite has become a popular spot with locals, and is a much-loved area of woodland and heathland renowned for its views, bluebells, wildflowers, wildlife, and fascinating history. Tom Burdett, General Manager for the National Trust in the North Lakes, said, "We're delighted and really proud that we'll be looking after Brackenthwaite House thanks to a generous donation from Ruth and David Hill. We're going to explore ways to improve access routes to the historic viewing station, a very special place within a World Heritage Site. We know it was worked hard to support this area of high cultural and ecological importance, which neighbors woodland, fells and lakes that we already look after. We plan to maintain." Turner painted other masterpieces while visiting land now owned by the National Trust. Perhaps the most
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up in the park pot.